Pete Sampras, he came as you were coming to the end of your career. What did you see in him? And you had a famous match with him where you kind of decided that, okay, maybe this is the guy that's going to be the new guy. Maybe the same way that McEnroe passed things on to you. What did you see in Pete, and how did you know in yourself that maybe it was time to move on? That's a difficult thing to feel.
Yeah. When I was playing Wimbledon and I trained the right way and I was healthy, I always felt that on my best day, nobody can beat me. When Pete came around, that changed. I played him in the final, and I thought I was in great form. I've just beaten Agassi in the semi-final. I was in my late 20s, that's true, but I was still in good shape. And then he just beat me in straight sets without shadow of a doubt. And I played him before, and I knew he was good, but I didn't think he would bring it on Wimbledon Center Court, which I would call my living room. And I made this statement that I've given Pete the keys to my living room, so he owns it now. And for me, that was the reason why I wanted to retire, because I played because I loved the competition, and I played to win. And I felt that when I was playing Pete, that there's somebody on his best day and on my best day on a Wimbledon Center Court, he will beat me. And that's something I didn't like.
But it's very hard as a fierce competitor to say something like that. But for you, it's very logical, isn't it?
Yeah, but I play to win. I don't play to be part of it. I don't play to look good. I play to win. And if I feel like that is in my house where I was, dominating for 10 years, a young king is coming, and want to take away the throne, then here's the key. That's you better beat me. You better be on your best, because otherwise I'll beat you. But he's done that, and then I thought, you're a great successor. Well done.
Tell me about Pete. He's quite a machine there for a while, right?
Well, the question always has to be asked: who was the best ever in tennis? And naturally, Federer comes to mind, and Nadal, and Djokovic, and I've never played these guys, but I've played McEnroe and Lendl and Wilander and Sampras and Agassi, and for me in that generation, Pete Sampras was the best, because on his good day you can't touch him. From the serve, the physicality, just the all court skills, and tennis always starts with the serve. Serve is the only shot that you control, not your opponent. He had the best serves of all time, in my opinion, because he wouldn't lose a serve in a match. He wouldn't lose it in weeks. Like, he would win 7-6, 6-4, and he couldn't touch your serve, and that's how you start the game. People rally a lot now, but if you can't get into a rally, if you're always losing quickly on the opponent's serve, how can you keep up the pressure of holding your own serve? So technically speaking, it was always very difficult to play him, because you were always under pressure on your own serve. Because you lose the serve, he'd win the first set 6-3, and then you're running behind him. And he was a quiet man. He stuck to himself. He was not. Agassi was the opposite. But Pete was very quiet, very humble, very subdued. He let his racket do the talking. In interviews, it was always very short answers, because he didn't want to talk about it. He said, I just won the match. So what else you need me to answer? I'm the winner.
Yeah.
I became friends with Pete. Obviously, he lives in California. We don't see each other much, but I have great respect for him.
Greatest of all time?
In my era, he was. You have to mention Roger Federer. Winner of 20 majors. You can't criticize that. And also the fact that over 16, 17 years, winning with a number of different players makes him very special. Pete only won 14 majors. Now the argument is that back in our era, you had more players winning Grand Slams. And you can argue that because maybe the competition was higher, or you can argue the top players today are better than the rest. So a lot of different arguments. Also, back in the day, not every major was equally important. A lot of players didn't play the Australian Open. There were times when 3 of the 4 majors were played on grass. Now imagine if I would have played at that time. Grass was my best surface. I'm sure I would have won more than 6. But in my days, it was clay, it was hardcourt, it was different. So the meaning of winning a Grand Slam varies over every decade in every generation.